Today's video is a showcase as teased in the community post the 4 sketchbook drawings. So yes, the site have all 5 of those teased just be drawings of set up as outlines for other media. Let's say if I get my watercolor paint pens. So yeah, so you'll see through here pencils, marker crayons, and Sharpies I use. So yeah, so even these took me more than one day. I'll show you here. So, and let's begin. Now here where I showcase this drawing on this little table I have. So as you can see, I'm doing this drawing on my bed. So yeah. So with this drawing I'm working on, as you can see, and if you're already gonna wonder, your answer's gotta be the one domesticated dinosaur made by Goji Center, Nanotyrannus Anthrofilos. This is what I'm drawing. So right now, what you can see here, I'm doing the Goliath breed. First, with his armor you will see. And yeah, also already had some screenshot on an iPad, moving aside. Anyway, doing the observation as you kind of see off camera right now. As you already heard from me earlier, well, yes, the one domesticated dinosaur by Goji Center. So yes, this one dinosaur we can domesticate with Nanotyrannus, and the result, we can domesticate Nanotyrannus Tyrannosaurus Rex, as simulated by Goji Center themselves earlier this year. Yeah. So make up opinions kind of likely same with other large theropods we cannot domesticate because of the problems Goji Center simulated. And compare how we can only tame elephants, not domesticate them. So yeah. So with T-Rex and other large theropods just too big, too much to try housing, or say expensive to try, take too long to grow, spend too much energy, and may likely get aggressive if you try to domesticate them. Well, simulated by Goji Center themselves, a solution. And what was the solution? The solution was to already not try the Rex itself to domesticate. The main part of the solution was to get in mind that the Rex itself had a few relatives on its own, including relatives that could be shorter and smaller than the Rex itself. So in this case, it was the smaller relative you can domesticate instead, and amongst each one that Goji Center used as the solution, the vindicated Nanotyrannus as the solution. So what's the result? We can domesticate Nanotyrannus. So these would have all the traits of Rex would have toned down to the size of Nanotyrannus themselves. So yeah. So these would be smarter as them and likely grow up faster and more agile as their larger cousins. So in mind what the Rex would have that would be toned down to the size of Nanotyrannus that they could have. We could get in mind other than their brain power, get in mind bone crushing bite, stance, and hide and reinforced skull that T-Rex would have. And I could get in mind if Nanotyrannus would have these two toned down. So yeah. I do have in mind if we could try this with other prehistoric animals based on Goji Center themselves. So likely with large dinosaurs cannot be domesticated. So compare the results with Nanotyrannus. Well, what if it is like we could try smaller dinosaurs in a similar size class of the Nanotyrannus here? So yeah, I do have an opinion and kind of wonder if we could try this on dromaeosaurs and pterodontids. We can try domestication. Well, we can wait from Goji Center themselves to try this on other dinosaurs to find out which other dinosaurs we can domesticate. Any species of dromaeosaur, any species of pterodontid. Well, keep in mind likely a small size dinosaurs in a similar size class of Nanotyrannus. Well, and part of the simulation, what Goji Center had to point out of, the fact that we have been how people have been training elephants for generations. And with elephants, well, had to recap, we can just only tame elephants, not domesticate them. So, I can make up the opinion that we could get in mind elephants did have smaller relatives in the past, even smaller ancestors, just like what we have with Tyrannosaurus Rex having smaller ancestors and smaller relatives in between the time we had Tyrannosaurus. So, let's get in mind a similar case with elephants. Elephants did have smaller relatives as before elephants, far before the Ice Age. We can get in mind. Well, we can also get in mind we did have small size elephant species in between the time of the Ice Age. Let's say we have a dwarf stegodon, so could we try domestication on those or in a small size mastodon? Okay, I just pulled out the dwarf species out of a search, so yeah. So, get in mind what people gone through with elephants. Well, large elephants cannot be domesticated, and get in mind same thing with large mammoths and Paleoxodon nomadicus. Likely cannot get domesticated. So, and just get in mind if we try domestication on the dwarf species of Paleoxodon falconeri. Yeah, pulling it out, so yeah. So let's get in mind a small species of mastodons, Paleoxodon falconeri. Hey, we have dwarf stegodon. Prehistoric Ice Age. Those who did watch Prehistoric Planet would know we did have a dwarf stegodon. So, and we also had pygmy mana. So yeah. So let's get in mind all those mentioned before. So call those similar side class of the Nanotyrannus. Yes. So yeah. So if we can't domesticate elephants, so could we try this on these mentioned for elephant species that we had in the past? And we can also find out there are also other small size T-Rex relative, also similar size class Nanotyrannus. So let's get in mind these three mentioned species of Tyrannosaurs: Nanoxaurus, Labocania, and Chaotix. Yeah, so might want to search up those three species, and what if we could try those three species on domestication if we searched them up? Even one of them, two of them, also appeared in Prehistoric Planet. And one you didn't heard, well, just called up one species that lived in Alaska, one species that lived in Mexico, and another that lived in China if you searched them up. And as we know with Nanotyrannus, they live in the United States with the T-Rex, so yeah. So T-Rex, Nanotyrannus, Aturoraptor, Kikakoatlus, predators we did have living in the Hell Creek Formation. And if you search up more, we did have relatives of Pterodon living in the Hell Creek Formations, and we did have crocodiles that live in the Hell Creek Formation if you search it up. So, yeah. Let's also get in mind we also have outside Tyrannosaurs other species of theropods, and find any who are in similar size class of Nanotyrannus, like any species of raptors. So yeah, or if we want to go outside of raptors, there's other than Tyrannosaurs, well, maybe more than just theropods. Well, let's get in mind if we can try any of this on any small species of ceratopsians, nodosaurs, ankylosaurs, sauropods, and ornithopod if we find any small species that can work on domestication. Well, maybe get in mind we could try domestication outside dinosaurs. Well, maybe very unlikely we cannot domesticate any snakes or crocodiles. So yeah, may get in mind any aggression behavior as included reasons why. Well, we already have snakes as pets. Well, yeah, those ones are non-venomous snakes in small size. So yeah. So get in mind we can have small size snakes as pets. And we already have cases of crocodiles in captivity. So, yeah. And if we get in my pterosaurs, well, I maybe not try large size as targets like cases with Kekoglottus and Haxigopteryx as examples as targets. Well, what if we cannot domesticate those two, like being too big, maybe too aggressive for domestication, and maybe different growth rate than T-Rex than getting a similar size class? Well, may try domestication outside as targets like getting my other pterosaurs we could try. Well, again, we could all wait what will Goji Center will bring up. Well, what else we could get in mind? Any early synapsids we can try domestication on, or any Cenozoic mammals I can find any small species of Cenozoic animals, even between the Ice Age or during the Ice Age or before the Ice Age we have. Well, again, we can wait for Goji Center her to bring up other animals to try domestication on. So yeah, so make up the opinion we can try this on raptors or Taurodon for domestication. So yeah, and by the way, sorry to catch in mind. Well, let's get in mind, just like every hybrid, well, every domesticated animal has a purpose. So yeah, so may recap the purpose of Nanotyrannus Anthrofilos. Well, confirmed by Goji Center themselves. They can be guards, tracking hounds, mount for war. Okay, trying to recall the moments of the video. So yeah, so have Nanotyrannus Anthrofilos be similar purposes of guard dogs. Yeah, and also shown by Goji Center, we can give them customized armors and weapons to Nanotyrannus Anthrofilos. So yeah, let's get my with the Goliath breed. They can be used for mounts with the Goliath breed. Maybe we may get partly hard. We try on any small breed. Well, me a kid could ride a small breed of Nanotyrannus Anthrofilos. So yeah, and keep in mind, as I just pointed out, just like with hybrids, yeah, every domesticated animals would have a purpose. So yeah, so point out with other animals how we can have domestic animals used for food, work, clothing, machines, and many other uses. Okay, kind of pulling out a search up. So yeah, kind of so here may just rely like the different modes. So yeah, so let's point out with horses, they're used for mounts. Yeah, used for mounts. Yeah, sheep used for wool and meat. Pigs, many part experience if they can't be reviewed. Domestic pay for a moment. So yeah. We also have pigs, also used for meat. We have cows we use for if it started catching my video Hardy Matt Lee is so would make one time. So yeah, we have we have cows also for me. Seriously, catching mine with a lot of domestic animals used for meat. Seriously, even to those who could play Minecraft, we even know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I myself grew up playing Minecraft. If you watch my videos, so yeah, my Goji Center included their video with comparison with Ark Survival Evolve. Well, yeah, I know what they're talking about because I Ark Survival Evolve and still am. It's now on the island, though. Not yet on the other worlds Ark Survival Evolve, so what has, so not yet on other worlds if you ask me on Ark Survival Evolve. I mean, point out that scene we would see in Dawn of the Dinosaurs would more or less happen if Sid was human, but no, he was actually a ground sloth we know on Ice Age Dawn of the Dinosaurs, so yeah. How would that scene turn out if we tried that with a human instead of a ground sloth with Sid? Well, alright, where people can turn any fictional character into a human, like do it on Ice Age characters, or maybe do it on Sonic characters, or Murder's character. Yeah, I'm aware that I would find some recently, so yeah, or do it on Jurassic World characters. I'm just catching in mind for a moment. I'd be aware of people around the internet gender swapping people, like find people gender swapping characters from K-pop demon hunters or Has-Been Hotel. Yeah, I'm aware. Well, yeah, as we know, point out by Goji Center, domestication means genetic changes to the DNA affect the behavior and appearance of an animal so that instinctively reacts differently around us. These are traits passed down from parent to offspring. Taming, on the other hand, only involves changing the behavior of one single animal by trial and error. You might be able to tame a timber wolf, but it won't be as loyal, trainable, or safe as a well-trained dog, nor will it pass those traits on to its offspring. This is why trained elephants are just tamed, not domesticated, and even working with people, just not with domestication, okay? So let's say a similar problem why we cannot domesticate Tyrannosaurus Rex. So as the case with the Rex, just too big, spend too much of his life, potentially very dangerous to us, and that social hierarchy might get up upended every generation. So let's say this is why we can try this on a smaller class of relative, as the case with goji sensor tried this simulation on the Nanotyrannus. So yeah, so this is the improved alternative of domestication with Nanotyrannus, and it's being fractured at the size of the Rex, even if it tries similar thing with any ancient elephant relative. So yeah, Nanotyrannus would be able to grow up faster, be lighter than the Rex, and smaller, and have the well-developed brain that T-Rex would have, and likely to grow up faster for domestication. Uh, so yeah, Goji Sensor tried this scenario on the Nanotyrannus, so yeah. Even being smaller, they can be easily contained and proceed away from going aggressive when they reproduce. Generation by generation, growing up nearly twice as fast as the Rex, soaring an dangerous individual amongst the nanos would be a lot easier and clearer to ensure the next generation is even more amiable to us. It would take some hundreds, maybe even thousands of years for full progress, but the results could be astounding. Then here we are with the Nanotyrannus Anthrofilos. Name meaning small tyrant, the friend of man. Because certain traits in animals tied with behavior can affect the appearance, these domesticated dinos would look a bit different than their wild ancestors. Now we're done with the drawing here now. And here we are with Nanotyrannus Anthrofilos, Goliath breed and small breed, made by Goji Center. So, yeah, search up on YouTube, can we domesticate T-Rex, and that's where you'll find this dinosaur where Goji Center is able to simulate if we can possibly somehow domesticate Tyrannosaurus Rex or Nanotyrannus. Give it a check out yourself so you'll know what I'm talking about with this domesticated dinosaur yourself. In many cases, check out Goji Center yourself. They're the best YouTube channel around you can find. So yeah, ranging from kaijus and dinosaur and any kinds of fictional beasts you find on their channel. So yeah, they even have 1 million views and have their own membership and community tab. So yeah, highly there you can check out Goji Center yourself. Yeah. And now the second drawing will be a Springbonnie from Five Nights at Freddy's into the pit here. So yeah, and may I include a mention with me myself. Of course, I heard your catch in mind that I did show you the Nintendo Switch one I have, and along with the games I already bought, and mention which one I did play and which one I haven't played. Well, how about a case with Five Nights at Freddy's Into the Pit and Security Breach, and the two have wanted videos? Well, I didn't play them yet at this point in time, so yeah. And even already find little bits of spoilers on the internet by always scrolling around the internet. So yeah, even I can search up anything relating to the Five Nights at Freddy's lore. So yeah, so don't ask me yet about the gameplay of this game because as I mentioned, I haven't played the game yet. So yeah, and I already show you I have them on Nintendo Switch one. So yeah, a lot of games I've been buying over the years. I've been having a Nintendo Switch one since 2019. So yeah, in the age of 13, Actually, I should be getting mine before my birthday, May 22nd, so I'll say 12 before 13 back in 2019, but still, just say the beginning of 2019, I've been having a Nintendo Switch 1, so yeah. It may include expression what I gone through with finance phrase itself. Well, when the first game came around, I was actually 8 years old without finding it yet, so yeah. So I didn't find finance phrase yet when it came around, and as I mentioned, 8 years old, so too young to know. Yeah, so yeah. So yeah, find finance phrase at the end of 2017 in the age of 11 without playing the games yet. So yeah, still in elementary school age, so yeah, I was just savor it and start to simply find it around the internet and see. Let me see one class member into it. But even if you do look at my YouTube playlist, yeah, check around YouTuber L Humany with finance phrase content. And still, without playing the games, yeah, so got finance phrase into my life by watching fan-made content I can recall. Minecraft animation content involving finance and Freddy's I can remember and uncovering my memories. So yeah, even I already showed in a unboxing video some a 5 plushie, mainly having the 4 plushie of the E4 animatronic since 2018 and age of 12, so I've been having the plushie of the puppet since 2024, so yeah, and me catching mine, and I think I was one time carried away with finance phrase through 2019 during the pandemic, and and, and me adding a time in the beginning of 2021. Well, want to get on the fact that my stepsister got me the first 5 of Five Nights at Freddy's on Nintendo Switch 1, so yeah, I recall only play Night 1 on the 5, except Five Nights at Freddy's 4 to get Nightmare Chica jump scare. So yeah, then carried away again until just go all the way to the beginning of 2022. I was realizing Five Nights at Freddy's. It was by having it come back to mind. And when realizing Five Nights at Freddy's, well, I decided to catch up. So yeah, it interest to reunite myself with as carried away before, or with Five Nights at Freddy's until decided to catch up by watching online content. And so I already mentioned that I got myself the first 5 on Nintendo Switch 1, so kind of get on some catching up with the with the Five Nights at Freddy's games. So I would say the first one I try to get on was the most. So yeah, and if you ask me about anything that scared me, I would say no. I say nothing try scares me. So in terms of the case of Five Nights at Freddy's, well, I just let it be a challenge to myself. So yeah, anything horror related, just a challenge to myself, or just say I playing horror video game. I would just Five Nights at Freddy's me a horror game to start off with. So yeah, I just let it be a challenge to myself. So yeah, yeah, a challenge to myself. Even times where I almost have hard times, get impatient. Okay, I was yeah, we're thinking about what I've been thinking about latest times when trying to catch up with the games. So yeah, yeah. Then through this, okay, still separate times where I get carried away from stuff, and still times I did play myself. Five Nights at Freddy's myself, just the first 5, so not yet on the other games. If you ask me, I can confess that I never played nor got myself Five Nights at Freddy's 6 nor Five Nights at Freddy's World. I can't include in. Well, yeah, yeah. Catch my I did get myself Five Nights at Freddy's AR, if likely the end of 2022 until getting discontinued. I wasn't following any reports when Five Nights at Freddy's AR was getting discontinued, and finding around videos by Doggo without checking them but still get carried away. include on finance phrase YouTubers and movie. Well, how about I add in the fact that I was unaware the movie was coming along until I found some mention. Well, I say my mom mentioned it to me, so yeah. Then find more online until we got to finalize the movie. The trailers when was finalized the phrase movie 1 in 2023. So yeah, I was 17 years old when we had that movie, that first movie. So yeah. Yeah, I know. At the end of last year, we got the sequel. So yes, I know. So yeah, and you asked me on YouTube, so I think I didn't follow any YouTubers on the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. I didn't mention around. I did watch some breakdown videos by YouTube channel from Rockstars, and yeah, I check around new Rockstars, and I can call off the same thing with Screen Crush if you search them up. Yeah, go check them out. Yeah, hard things I mainly view them for. Like I'll say I'll only check them out for Marvel movies, or me checking around for the Sonic movies and Five Nights at Freddy's movies, or just say video game movies I check them for. So yeah. So, I can't even confess I was starting up unfamiliar with the YouTubers we had cameo, so I'll confess that I never knew about Corey X Kenshin until I had to find out by new Rockstar's video. So yeah. And I'll confess I never knew about Matt Pat either until finding out by Screen Crush first, so yeah. And I know we had YouTuber Matt Pat retire from YouTube. Even he was not in my childhood, so I was late to know about Matt Pat. So yeah, so nobody asked me about Matt Pat being a childhood because he wasn't. So I never viewed him before the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. So yes, yeah, yeah, I was highly late when we had Matt Pat retired. And here, how about we talk about those other YouTubers we had make cameos? So let's say we have UCC Gamer, Doggo, 8-Bit Ryan, Rebowski, and Baz. Those are the YouTuber cameos we have on Employee of the month reward, or pictures of them. So yeah, I never took them around, so I mainly found out by them by watching new Rockstar's video. So yeah, that's how I know about them. So even for right now, I am checking them around. So subscribe to them anyway. And me, I can include the fact that I mainly pull YouTube out of Safari. So I actually never had a YouTube account before. So all the way until last May of 2025, I was given a first time actual YouTube account. So yeah, even if you read my YouTube bio, well, I can confess that my account was actually made on last May of 2025. So yes. So and back to the other YouTubers. Well, I well I checked them out anyway. So I never followed their videos on the Five Nights at Freddy's movies, such as Taco, for example, or using the gamer. Well, yeah. So how's it? So check them out for later content and even search them around and see what they got into, and maybe add in the fact that I did check around uses the gamer's video on Zoocosis. If you watch my videos, you know that I made mentions on Zoocosis. Well, yeah, it was something to be foreign to. I mainly found Zoocosis interesting because of zoo animals. Well, yeah, why not get myself into Zoocosis and learn that it's mainly a maturity horror game? And here, may add the fact that I never played any maturity video games, say 18 plus video games. So yeah, so I'll include the fact that I never played Alien Isolation, nor earlier this year we had the Animal We Forward on, but never played it. Well, to add in Maneater and getting aware we will have a John Wick video game. Well, I may add in for a moment that I did do myself a first time watch on the John Wick movies on August of 2025. I did my first time watch on John Wick since I already been knowing Keanu Reeves himself as a voice actor of Shadow. Yeah, you can know by now I'm also a Sonic fan, so yeah, I would fall around the Sonic movies. So yeah. Okay, how get on the moments when we had the sequel? Well, oh, I just get aware of leaks appearing on on the internet without having Instagram, TikTok, nor Twitter. If you know, in one of my videos, I confirmed I never used any of those apps, nor have accounts who asked me so. I'm free life from Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. So yeah, I never use those. So it turns out flying around leads to the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie. So how about I get on the fact that maybe since the beginning of 2024, I found around YouTuber Deducer. So yeah, Deducer. Go check him out. Yeah, so I kind of fall in for Five Nights at Freddy's movie league. Oh, okay. And yeah, sorry, kind of my I did check him around when we have leaks about Sonic Movie 3 and a Minecraft movie. Yeah, I did follow his contents about the leaks for the Backroom movie. Yeah, you already know by now I watched the Backroom movie, so yeah. And you asked me about R-rated horror. Well, primitive horror is what to start with on rated R horror. And you already know by now why I brought up with primitive horror and what I gone through with primitive war was so yes. So I'll say primitive war as the start of rated R horror because the movie itself mainly about dinosaurs in the Vietnam War. So say, hey, rated R violence, rated R action, rated R horror, and rated R dinosaur attack. Yeah, unlike with Jurassic World, just mainly just PG-13. So just say PG-13 horror, PG-13 action, PG-13 violence, and PG-13 dinosaur attack, and call it the same thing with 2023 movie 65. Yeah, you can know by now I watched that movie too. Yeah, I kind of watched it more than once. And, oh, then realize what me also doing here. So, okay, also, as you can see, the medium I'm using for this drawing is crayon, so may call off what you see in the background. Yeah, this background color will be a mixture of blue, purple, gray, and black. Yeah, there's a background color. Yeah, I'm just not realizing the medium for this drawing for example. I already then see on the last drawing I used pencil on that one, so I still work on ideas what medium I use on the other two as shown in the community post already with those screenshots to tease what they are. And the work in progress of the Nanotyrannus Anthrofilos. So yeah, oh my gosh. Okay, how do I get back what I was talking about? So yeah, how do I include the fact later in 2024 I found around YouTuber Johnny Blog. So yeah, I viewing for Five Nights at Freddy's content. So go check him out. I already mentioned around how in 2024 I found around YouTuber Mason Parkinson and senior along with other Sonic YouTubers was finding and just follow for Sonic movie content. Say Sonic movie 3 leaks. Yeah, I know how 2024 how we were on a wait on Sonic movie 3, such as speculating when we have a first trailer release until the point where that wait was over. So, yeah, after the first Sonic Movie 3 trailer came along, I was carried away with the YouTubers I was finding around, so I got on to viewing Sonic YouTubers Mason Parkinson and Senior. So, yeah, you can already know by now that I view those two YouTubers for Sonic movie content and also already find that those are also Mario lovers. So I'm gonna confess I'm not interested into Mario myself, nor DC, nor Star Wars. Yeah, I'm confessing I kind of make up my interest. You're gonna win this on my channel, so yeah, and including a fact you can also find Mason Parkinson also happened to be himself a SpongeBob lover. How about adding the fact that SpongeBob was in my childhood until 2021 I decided to give it up out of my life because childish stuff got out of my, let's say, grew out of me. So yeah, so now I'm trying to find something more man popular that I feel better with. So yeah, so SpongeBob was something I gave up out of my life so I could be into something more man friendly to feel better with and still retain myself be a dinosaur lover other than what you saw in the last drawing and what you see right here at Five Nights at Freddy's and call off with Sonic the Hedgehog being men friendly. Let's say you could find Sonic contents are given treatment with man friendly treatment you can find on Sonic the Hedgehog, or what kind of treatment you can find with Jurassic World, Camp Cretaceous, and Chaos Theory. Okay, so yeah, and find something to introduce myself that might be Men friendly to feel better with, let's say, catching up on Wednesday, Arcade League of Legends, so many men friendly stuff to introduce myself, so yeah. Alright, seriously, I'm barely a moment where I'm running out of ideas what to say, so I'm actually doing more than one recording on both video recording and voice recording. I'm doing more than one recording, so yeah, so me go back when we have Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie. So yeah. Already check around the Five Nights at Freddy's YouTuber cameos. I'm already subscribed to them, so I checked them around for Five Nights at Freddy's movie content. So yeah, so you would mainly follow YouTuber Deducer and Johnny Blocks for Five Nights at Freddy's movie leaks I viewed them for. So yeah, again, man, what to say here? As you already know, once again, I'm doing this without a script. Uh, yeah, I'm kind of relying on my mind, so yeah. I'm trying to think of earlier of 2024 or 2025 when I go on later for a moment, so yeah. I can even catch a mind you can already see me by now with Five Nights at Freddy's merchandise. You already seen me in the welcome video. Well, in the welcome video, that's my hometown in Dallas, Texas, and you can already know that I lived a divorced life, and by the time I edit this video, I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina. So get away from Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie, so yeah, so alright, get to witness about the Five Nights at Freddy's YouTubers got to see the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie early, including Johnny Blas, who got to see the movie early and get to meet Scott Cox and the creator of Five Nights at Freddy's himself in person. Even other YouTubers, so let's say YouTuber FNAF and Rester to introduce myself and unaware that Rexer and VC Gamers are brothers, so yeah, okay, now we're done with the drawing. Here, Springbonnie from Five Nights at Freddy's into the pit. Okay, this is barely a long ass moment on myself to do some voice recording, so yeah, and repeatedly run out of things what to say in this voice recording since I'm doing this with no script relying on my mind and recording my voice in this small microphone that my aunt gave me was a YouTube starter kit, so yeah, okay. Oh my gosh, so yeah, I still hope you like these first two drawings. Alright, here you go. And as you can see, I always give the pages the names and date they were published. And I can see I put in the names of what you see in each pages on the back and put in the date on the back of these pages. So yeah. Alright, so now let's say we can be ready for the next three drawings. I already teased the community post, so next would now be a live action version of the Chaotix for the Sonic movies. Right here is the Chaotix. Right here, a realistic design, as I speculate, design for the Sonic movie. So, yeah. And I know what you're gonna notice on Vector the Crocodile. Well, get in mind ideas to take from real life crocodiles since how I spend my life designing animals, including dinosaurs. And yeah, crocodiles can be included the way I design them by observing them. So, yeah. So right here, as you can see, I'm giving the chaos realistic design for the Sonic movies. As can speculate, and I know everybody else's thoughts and speculation of the Sonic movies can be different from each other. So yeah, I know. Oh, so what will anybody think about this or get in mind? Sega or Paramount bring forward the Sonic movies. So what would either one think about a design of the chaos here? So yeah. So on with the Sonic movies. Well, I never followed any reports, so I'll confess that I was first unaware of the first Sonic movie, so I was unaware of Ugly Sonic around until oh, Sonic movie one around. Well, yeah, I, I was getting interested to watch the first Sonic movie, so I watched it after its release, after the pandemic was happening. So yeah, sorry about the dogs here. So yeah. Anyway, with the can call it with the first movie, I was 14, and with the second movie, would be 16. So yeah, and May when I finally follow up with some Sonic movie leaks with the third movie. Well, you already know I mentioned around. I found around Mason Parkers and seniors to follow them for Sonic movie 3 leaks. So yeah, so now I follow those two for Sonic movie 4 leaks. And yeah, I'm aware that we had Sonic movie 4 already wrapped up filming. So yeah, now in production. So yeah, I'm aware already. So yes. Yes. So even of course again my earlier this year we had the chaotic case files can pull around, so yeah. I myself did follow the chaotic case files itself as I started to realize I did mention in a previous video, so yeah. And now with this drawing, as you can see the medium I used was pencil, crayon, and marker in the background. You can all see. So yeah, okay. Once again, I'm running out of dang what to say for this voiceover. Okay, now here we're done with the drawing here now. Now here's what I call a realistic speculative movie design for Team Chaos for Sonic movies, and I know we will next year have Sonic Movie 4 next March alongside Godzilla X Con Supernova releasing in the same month but separate weeks. I'm already aware of then. And the fact that Paramount bought Warner Brothers and how we got a IDW crossover with Sonic and Godzilla. So yeah. Now I hope you like how I designed a realistic version of the Chaotix here. So yeah. So feel free to comment to me about any of these drawings. So yeah, and as you can barely see, more than one day I'm drawing these. And may point out for this what I'm doing here, I'm kind of searching up other places to write what I wrote down here. So, yeah, there's kind of some spellings I don't memorize, so I have to search up other places to get some of these spellings you guys see. So, yeah, but still, hope you like it. And now, what you see, decided to make Charmy fluffy, and I know I used crayon for the chaos here, and now you can see how I tend to make any creature look fluffy when it comes to pencil drawing. So yeah, I would do the same things in paintings, how I make a dinosaur or a mammal fluffy when it comes to fur and feathers. So yeah, so right here making Charmy fluffy to add in. So yeah, now it looks done for now. And now number 4 is the man in the suit Godzilla as the next drawing. Next. Now here, this is my personal take on the man in the suit Godzilla. So yeah, so how about we talk about what I've gone through with the man in the suit itself? So I'll say I did find him out, so I did follow the debut video, so yeah. And I did already find the playlist and already have it saved to watch, so I am watching the playlist, so yeah. And may include how earlier this year he almost had the creator himself unknowingly almost commit suicide on himself. So yeah, I get to witness how people post around depression on themselves over unknowingly almost passing. So with me, I was unaware first until I had to find out from Goji Center when they made a very long community post paragraph to read. So yeah, so one search and find out more what people had to post about unknowingly. Yeah, not long until unknowingly himself posts again his community post to announce that he received medical attention and once again had to find out by Goji Center themselves. So yes, so we got to witness that unknowingly lie. So yeah, even in between these moments, I wasn't not much emotional. So why not give out a personal take on the man himself and even watch Goji Guy's videos on man himself. So yeah, go watch it. And one time got to interview the creator himself with Goji guy. So yeah, again, go check it out. I haven't checked it out yet. So yeah, now here, Unknown's creation, the man in the suit Godzilla. Medium you saw, pencil, marker, and Sharpie. So yeah, this is my own try on the man in the suit himself. So yeah, so go check out the playlist yourself. So check out Unknowingly and give Unknowingly support since he almost committed suicide on himself, but got himself medical attention to survive. So yeah, so definitely give Unknowingly support all he needs. He's okay. Yes. So let's be nice to Unknowingly. Even find out what was going on beforeward. So yeah, so don't do the things what Unknowingly already gone through. So yeah. Let's give Unknowingly all the support he needs. Anyway, just give his creation likes, just likes, and give Unknowingly subscribing. Yeah, every YouTuber wants that, right? Yes, give likes, share, and subscribe to Unknowingly with the man that still Godzilla. Next up from the Monsterverse, Titanus Yuggoth. Now, last one in the batch, Titanus Yuggoth from the Monsterverse comics, Return to School Island. Okay, me talk what I gonna do with this. Tiny Will, I'm gonna call it that. I was first unaware of the comic. Well, you might would find around getting posted, but to be notified was Goji Guy YouTube shorts. Yeah, you go check around Goji Guy. He made shorts about Return to School Island. And yeah, and just already found out that one of those shorts was posted in September until I get to learn more of Titanis Yuggoth in a video made by Goji Center. Yeah, there's where to learn more about Titanis Yuggoth. And again, call months later again where English YouTuber Dangerville make a video about Titanis Yuggoth. So yeah. And I'll call it at this point in time, never find any of the Return to Skull Island comics or man, so yeah, if I wonder how did any of these mentioned Godzilla YouTubers would just me or say, yeah, like, okay, I could have gone crazy to myself for a moment, though. Yeah, so yeah, just find out about this Titan from Goji Guy, Goji Center, and Dangerville to learn about Return to Skull Island. And cannot forget with latest shorts where Goji Guy posts more shorts, including a shorts reveal with Kong getting a sword. Yeah, of course, can't forget is that those comics are taking place after the events of the Netflix series Skull Island. Well, you already seen a fan art of me with the Kraken from the series. Well, yeah, so I did watch myself this series 3 times long ago. So yeah, so I'm already okay with everything in the MonsterVerse when I watch around the MonsterVerse series. So yeah, even earlier this year we had Mark Legacy of Monsters Season 2. And tease for Season 3 if possible, other than give Rodan a return to the MonsterVerse. So yeah. Yeah. Oh, I mean, clue gone through the MonsterVerse kind of well. I was a hey through this decade. I never knew about the MonsterVerse comics until I learned from Goji Center. So yeah, so they were MonsterVerse comics I never read nor got hands on. So I didn't clue get in mind which comic I did got myself. So I say, hey, call me off Godzilla X Con the Hunter. I did got myself MonsterVerse Titanology. So yeah, and get in mind when getting Godzilla 2014 on iTunes. It doesn't Godzilla Awakening if you scroll through the extra. So me and call it the comics I never got myself. Well, I never read nor got myself. Kingdom Kong or Godzilla Dominion. Nor get myself or read Godzilla Aftershock I was just reviewing for a moment. So yeah. Okay, so yeah. So how else I can find out about on the Return to Skull Island comic. So yeah, and as you can see, other than how I'm doing a speed drawing here, well, see, Titanis Yuggot was a lot of detail to look at. What I did has some screenshot to absurd off camera. You can see, yeah, off camera, I'm already observing some screenshot I have in a separate device. So yeah, may include what I myself gone through with the monsters. Well, I would say in between middle of the end of the 2010s, I found around Godzilla online without watching any movies nor learn about history or lore. So yeah, so I would say late elementary school age to get myself into Godzilla. So yeah, and I would already find around Skull Island because it King Kong to get myself into. Well, I never watched in years and got carried away until I finally got myself the movie on iTunes. And added with Godzilla King of the Monsters. I was 13 when we have Godzilla King of the Monsters, and with me it was Kong Skull Island. I would be 11. So yeah, and me so with Godzilla King of the Monsters, I didn't watch it in theaters until 1 year later, watching on Amazon Prime. And me get on the point and follow them on the first report. Well, went caught up with this Godzilla versus Kong appearing on the internet was the following reports I did get to watch it in theaters. They include with Godzilla X Kong the New Empire as well. I mainly found reports of it in leaks, taking reports and leaks from Goji Center in Dangerville. You already find me mentioning around. Okay, now that much drawing here. Titanis Yuggoth from Return to Skull Island comics. Okay, too close to my sound and run out of things what to say. So yeah. So much dot processing for voice over in this video. So yeah. Now I hope you enjoy all 5 of these drawings of me to showcase to you. Okay, yeah. And now we're done with all 5 as teased out. There you go. Hope you enjoy me showcasing me drawing Nanotyrannus Anthrofilos, collided breed and small breed, made by Goji Center. Second, flying ice face into the pit, Springbonnie. Third, movie speculation design for Team Chaotix. Fourth, Unknown's creation, the man in the suit, Godzilla. And last and fifth, Titanis Yuggoth. Yeah. As would show around, these took me more than 1 day to draw just through my personal life. Yeah. Even a lot of times recently where I sleep in, so yeah. Even having multiple screenshots to observe off camera on a separate device. And I was even watching Jurassic World Chaos Theory Season 4 in the progress, also off camera, yeah. Even I can call it how I am aware of recently a new payload documentary known as Surviving Earth. Yeah, so at this point in time, we're going to have episode 2 tomorrow. So last Friday we had the first episode, so yeah. I even did watch in the progress, so yeah, if you review the dates I displayed and check out the dates the first episode released, so yeah. I can even call if I watch videos by Dino Guy, even the fact what he got as a gift to promote for Surviving Earth, even what Dino Facts got around. So yeah, so I hope you like any of these 5 shorts. Comment down below what you liked. Okay, so make sure you like, share, subscribe, to me on this channel. So yeah, hope you enjoy my drawings.